A holiday classic, American Ballet Theater's The Nutcracker. Misty Copeland returns to Segerstrom Center for the Arts, dancing Clara the Princess for 3 performances.
It was like a homecoming for me, leaving Southern California, joining American Ballet Theater, and moving to New York when I was like 18 years old. And every opportunity I got to come back home and perform in Orange County and have my family and my school there watching, I think it's definitely extremely comforting. Of any place that we travel throughout the world, it's nice to come back home and be on that stage that feels like home to me now.
I met Misty while gathering interviews for the PBS SoCal documentary, Henry Segerstrom, Imagining the Future. The whole crew found themselves a bit starstruck, and for good reason. Even outside the world of ballet, the name Misty Copeland brings a nod of recognition. The first African-American principal dancer for American Ballet Theater. The subject of a new book by photographer Greg Delman. The gal who recently married Olu Evans, the cousin of Taye Diggs, in Laguna Beach no less. Misty seems to be everywhere. She even found her way into PBS Kids' favorite, Peg plus Cat, in an episode called The Dance Problem. Once the spotlight found her, it could not turn away. Hers is a true happily ever after. As we ooh and ah at this beautiful, talented, charming woman, it's important to take a moment to look at the first few chapters of this tale and realize the fairy godmothers to this Cinderella included live performance. For Misty, the chance to actually witness her dreams on stage at the Segerstrom Center for the Arts made all the difference.
My memories were that I saw American Ballet Theater perform there quite a bit, and that was the one company that I was really introduced to as a student, as kind of where my future we hoped it would be. And the Segerstrom Center was the place to go to see them. So, it's really incredible to have come from a community in Southern California where that's so accessible to me.
She began her dance life with ballet classes at a local boys and girls club. Already 13, Misty's chances of a career in dance should have been 0. But at age 15, she won the Los Angeles Music Center's prestigious Spotlight Award. Her talent set her apart, and desire drove her. Dance became necessity.
My introduction to it was so different from most, and for me it became kind of this saving grace. It was an escape for me from my life, and it became this very disciplined, beautiful thing that I was never introduced to as a child. And once I got a taste of it, I was like, there's no way I'm letting this go. It felt so vital for me to continue to grow as a human being. And I feel like the art form of ballet filled in years of gap where I feel like I wasn't maturing, just because of the situation that I grew up in and not really being individually nurtured, being one of 6 kids. And ballet kind of filled that role for me.
We all love the magical story of the unexpected success, making all the heartache and the struggle worthwhile. Fortunately, Misty was given the chance to see and feel the reality of what she wanted so desperately, offering her that little extra faith.
I don't know where my path would have taken me had I not been introduced to ballet. Had I not been in a surrounding, people don't understand, I think, how rich the arts are, especially in Southern California, and having incredible facilities to be able to go and see the top of the top. I think that we're very fortunate to have that in Southern California and have an opportunity to see companies like ABT. And for me, I think that was kind of all part of the process of me falling in love with dance. It's saving me, was being able to go to live performances as a child and know that that was my future and that it was possible.
Yes, possible, inspirational, wonderful, and in 2012, absolutely game-changing.
I performed and premiered Firebird there on the Segerstrom stage, and that was a huge deal, I think, for classical ballet as an African-American woman, for someone who grew up and trained in California to come back and perform on that stage, such an iconic role.
Misty and her charismatic powers have brought more than just attention back to a classic art form. With all the cliches about shattering barriers and being a role model, she truly is a genuine heroine. Confident but humble, diligent and hardworking, cheerful and kind. She's really, really nice. And she understands what all this attention means.
I think this is the one place in like pop culture and in the world that we respect our elders so much. They're such a part of carrying on this art form. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting to be in this position. I never thought that I would be the one people were looking at, but it's part of the cycle, and I accept this role, and I think I'm wearing it, you know, well, and I'm proud to be in this position.
Yeah. Here's something to think about. As the anxiety of finding the perfect gift overwhelms you this holiday, perhaps consider taking someone to the theater. Whether dance, music, drama, it might give more than just a couple hours of entertainment. It might stir up a little fairy dust.